Another day in the post-COVID-19 world. Another day working from home, having conference call. I gotta admit, I started to get a little bit too comfortable. Then suddenly it is announced, office reopened and we're going back to work.
Well, the truth is, I haven't been back to the office for 4 months now, and I'm very nervous.
And it suddenly dawned on me. I have been in my sweatpants for too long. Last time I was properly dressed was when Donald Trump calling coronavirus a little flu. As I am frantically going through my closet, I see colors that I didn't remember having and styles that screams last decade. Color blocking 2020, anyone? No, just me? As my company is going through a rather drastic shakeup, my going back to work fashion game is in serious need of one too. Most people don't know that what you're wearing is communicating with other people about you all the time. I am the corporate rising star or your future CEO. I only care about the numbers. I'm the office mom and I bake cakes to share with the whole office every Thursday afternoon. I am from a rich family and honestly, I don't even need this job. I have no ambition here and I really just stay for the maternity leave benefit. I'm not here to threaten the men and to take their jobs. But if I got my chance to shine, you should be worried. Have I made my point clear? Honestly, these days with a lot of big corporations forced to go to redundancy mode from top CEO to the lower management team, no one's really safe. Everyone is dreading for the day they receive the email to have the talk. Now, if there's anything I learned from the past 10 years working in a corporate environment, there are 2 rules of thumb. The first being constantly improve your credential within your industry. Now, that is something I can't help you with. But the second rule is dress the part. Dress like you mean business. So today, I thought I'd give you some help to create a perfect going back to work look that suits you. And also create a better presence in the corporate, so hopefully we don't get sacked during this really difficult time. Tip number 1 is create the right silhouette that suits your body type. For me, a simple, elegant, nice-fitted, not overly tight bodycon dress or a pencil skirt with a nice top never goes out of style. It has been a dominant female office look since the 60s when women first began to enter the workforce. Today, women everywhere on fashion TV series or real life are still rocking a similar office fashion at work. In my opinion, it's a very easy style to wear. All you need is the right color, right fabric, and right pattern, and then you got yourself a timeless outfit. If you need inspiration, ladies from the royal family are a great example of perfecting this look. The royal elegant plus occasionally urban chic Meghan Markle style is actually a lot easier to achieve than you think. So stay tuned for my next video on how to dress like Meghan Markle. You can also steal tons of interesting office fashion tips from characters like Carrie and Samantha from Sex and the City, or also Miranda from the last 3 seasons of the show. I don't know what the hell Miranda was wearing from the first 2 seasons of Sex and the City. Come to think of it, a lot of good legal drama has really good style for their female characters. For example, 2 of my favorite shows, Boston Legal and The Good Wife. Apart from how smartly written these 2 shows are, the office fashion or corporate style of all their female characters. My dream corporate wardrobe. Tip number 2 is instead of worrying what to wear to work, be very picky with your fabric choice. More often than not, we put too much emphasis on the trending color or the trending pattern. I believe it is more practical to wear colors that suit your skin tone and your temperament rather than keep chasing the trendy color next season or the color palettes next season. And even with the specific color, fabric is more of the key element to give a piece of clothing the look and feel. For example, that green shirt I was wearing in the previous clip has a silky and glossy feeling to it, and I believe it goes really well with the leather skirt. However, I definitely won't buy the same green with the same high concentration if it is a cotton shirt with a stiff feel to it. So as I said, fabric is instrumental in creating an expensive office style. Some does it better than others, so I would choose clothes with the kind of satin, silky, or chiffon feel to the fabric. They're soft, drapey, flowy, they're very feminine, and they're a perfect balance between body hugging but without being too stretchy. They match really well with the fabric like leather or suede, or even a pair of perfect tailor-made pants. And that, my friend, is how you create a perfect going back to the office look effortlessly. And for the same reason, I won't wear a polo shirt or those typical colored office looking shirt. They just scream uniform to me, and I don't find a lot of fun styling them either. To be perfectly clear, I'm not a textile or fabric expert. So here when I say fabric, I'm more referring to the feel of the actual fabric rather than the technical name of the fabric. For example, a lot of synthetic fabric these days like polyester or nylon can feel like cotton or silk to the untrained eye. So when I say silky feeling, I'm more referring to the finishing feel being very silky rather than the fabric is actually silk. So if your budget allows it and then you want to be more environmental friendly, definitely go for the organic product. However, if you are more budget conscious, polyester is very versatile and it's very difficult to find clothing without polyester in it these days. So do as you please. So before I came to my last office fashion tip, here are some honorable mentions. They're fashion tips that you probably have heard of already and worth giving a try. If you stress out about color coordinating, start from the monochromatic trend. Just mix the texture instead of the color. If you don't want to be boring but don't want to overdo it either, wear no more than 1 or 2 statement pieces at a time. So I was rewatching Sex and the City for some work style or corporate fashion ideas, and I noticed something I've never noticed for years. Samantha here was wearing half of the colors and textiles that human eyes could possibly handle, in contrasting colors that shouldn't be worn together according to the fashion expert. It violates all the fashion rules there, and it simply looks crazy. But I had never noticed it, nor did she appear to be any less fashionable after I noticed it. Why? Because this character is lovable for being bold, unconventional, and unapologetic for who she is. So there you have it, my last piece of advice for the story. Wear something that you believe will clearly define you, or simply dressing something fun, and own it. Because honestly, there's really no better rule to follow than the rule of be true to yourself. So that's all I got for you today, and I hope you enjoy all the office fashion or corporate style ideas to put out a perfect going back to work look. Remember, if all else fails, wear the right attitude, not the right dress. Well, remember I mentioned at the beginning of the video about the email from HR department about redundancy that everyone is dreading? Well, I've received one while I was editing this video still, and it came a lot sooner than I expected. Honestly, for the past 10 years, I've seen this happen to my colleague twice, but it's never been this scale. For the recent months, we've seen redundancy happen in a lot of offices in other countries within my company, so I guess I'm mentally prepared. So today's the day. Today's the day that I'm gonna face my fate. I'm just gonna go there, be confident, talk to HR, and get it over with. Wish me good luck. Bye.